All right, guys, and in the 450 division, finishing in third, riding for Rocky Mountain, ATV MC, KTM, Blake Baggett. And in second, riding for Monster Energy, Kawasaki, Eli Tomac. And your winner, riding for Red Bull KTM, Marvin Musquin. Congrats, guys. Through this season, we've seen format changes, day racing, tracks with a lot of ruts, muddy races, kind of a little bit of mix of everything, but today, at least from the floor, seemed a little unique out there with the elevation, the temperature, and the track conditions. Can you just take us through your race and what the track looked like from your vantage point? Because it looked like maybe one of the tougher ones this season. Blake, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I mean, it was gnarly out there. The wind, and it was like racing in a concrete gravel pit is basically what it was. It was hard behind lappers. You couldn't really see, and we've had a lot of gnarly obstacles, and I would say that this track was by far the mentally and physically toughest, just because you'd be in a full drift like around the first turn, and then you'd catch a rock and the thing would just step out or it'd straighten out on you, or it was kind of an unknown. So it was pretty mentally tough, but at the same time, everybody raced it.
Eli?
Yeah, it was a tough track, just the way the conditions were. Early on it started, pretty wet from the morning, and then it got dry in a hurry. It kind of reminded me of just Vegas, but just like round one, basically. And it was marbly, and it seemed like it had some road base in it. So, yeah, it was tough, but we've had plenty of soft and rutted tracks, so the hard pack was here, and we just had to deal with it.
Marvin?
Yeah, definitely a tough day. I mean, especially with the conditions being high altitude, and like Blake said, with the wind, it was it could have been a little sketchy in some spots when you got off wind, but. And the track conditions, obviously we rode press day yesterday, and it was really dry, but the track crew did I thought pretty good job. I mean, the heat races were really good, and obviously with all the wind and the heat and the sun, it dried out a lot. And obviously some of the ruts that develop in the heat, they kind of got away for the main. It was like really loose on top, so really easy to make mistakes. So really, really challenging, especially for 20 minutes like that.
Chris Cooksey, Moto X Addicts. This is for Eli. What happened with you and Blake over in that corner when you went down, and man, you popped up quick?
I just got a little impatient and tried to shoot up the inside, and I actually think I clipped the tough block and then shot off to the right, and then maybe tapped Blake's rear tire or something, and then just dumped it over. So yeah, just try to make a move happen and wash my front end a little bit.
Aaron with Racer X is from Marvin. Did you know Jason Anderson was over in the mechanics area? And you didn't know? Okay.
No, I didn't know. Obviously, towards the end, I was going through lappers, and yeah, I was like, well, I knew Jason would have, kind of take it easy today and get the points he needed, and yeah, I was looking if he was ahead of me, and but no, I only knew when the race was over and when Frankie told me.
Steve Guiberson with Vital MX. Any of you guys that want to answer can go for it. Watching the water truck right before you guys are headed out on the track on the start straight, did that give you guys any pause about your picking your gate or where you had lined up?
No, I mean, we were already on the gate, so it was too late to make a change or anything. But yeah, when the conditions are hard and slick like that, and you put water on, and it's usually not a good idea. But for TV and the fans, obviously you don't want dust flying over the crowd, and you don't want to see that on TV. But yeah, for us it's definitely tough. But the good thing is, same as last weekend before the main, they put some water on, but on the start line, but they work it with the dozer afterwards, so that wasn't too bad, you know what I'm saying? So, and the good thing is they didn't put too much water where it was really, really slick. So yeah, I mean, Malcolm was next to me, and we look at each other and we're like, oh no, they're gonna water it, but they they try their best, you know, for TV and all that.
Yeah, they're only given so much time, and when you give them concrete dirt and pea gravel, you only can expect them to do so much.
Kit Palmer of Cycle News again. Hey, Eli, I know you didn't get the best start that you wanted. I was just curious on what happened on your start, and what was it like when you were coming up through the pack?
Yeah, it was just a bad day of starts for me, and then I actually felt Jason's front wheel go into my foot peg. So, you know, going down the first straight, I was like, "Holy crap, what was that?" You know, luckily nothing happened there. You know, to my bike, but yeah, just shuffled too far back too early, and Marv ran away with it.
And also, this is just a kind of a side question a little bit. When Jason went in to change his wheel, obviously that was a kind of a critical point in the race, and they struggled just a little bit, had some problems getting the tire done quickly. Do you guys practice that kind of stuff, like put the bike on the stands and do tire wheel changes and stuff like that, pretending that it was in the race conditions?
You know, I think these guys have changed so many wheels in their life, like they're ready for it, and you know they've got the little pit cart down there, and they're ready for that situation. So you know, it's obviously if someone pulls in the pits, it's game time.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it doesn't happen, you know, often, but when it happens, yeah, you got to get it done quick. So especially in this situation and with the championship on the line.
Jamie Swank, the Sun Advocate. This is for Eli. After crashing in that second corner, what was going through your head? Did you think you would be placing tonight?
I was just hoping that that my front end wasn't tweaked, and it was good. So luckily, I was able to get up and get going and make that little charge back to second again.
So Blake, you've been dealing with some sort of a wrist thumb injury since, say, Atlanta. How is that coming along?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the cards I've dealt with. So I have a partially fused wrist, right? You know, my right wrist and my throttle hand since I was on, you know, Mitch's team at Pro Circuit in 2013, and then outdoors last year, I, you know, destroyed my thumb. So I got 2 screws holding my thumb together. That I don't have the greatest cards. So if you go down or put that hand out or whatever happens, it takes a while to recover because it's pretty much damaged from the get-go. So been struggling, but it's not an excuse. Everybody has to ups and downs, and 4th last weekend, 3rd this weekend, just climb back up and get ready to, you know, race these guys outdoors. Yeah, it feels fine. I mean, it's on good days it's good, and then other days it's not so good.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.